Special day for Ather. The entire family from Ather was in Mumbai for the listing that we've been talking about for quite some time now. Yes, Ather has gone public, and talking about that, who else better than Tarun Mehta? It's great to see you. Congratulations, officially on camera. I know you've had a day where everybody's been asking you about, how momentous this is and why it was important for the company.
Yeah.
So I know that's a bit cliched, but of course, having seen the growth and the journey that you were on, this was in a way an inevitable moment, perhaps in some ways. But I also understand why it's important for you to consider doing this right now. So, happy man today?
Oh yeah.
Or is that an understatement?
Yeah, we've been. Swapna and I started calling each other Ather Energy in 2009 in college. Formally started this company in late 2013. We're in the 12th year of our life. So, you're right. A journey long time in the making. And the timing just felt right to us for a long while. Every time we looked at our business, we were like, all the building blocks are there, right? We've set up the product dev engine, we've set up the quality, we've set up the systems, we've set up a strong brand, all the pieces are there. Manufacturing's done, scaling up well, and now it's basically going to be a multiplier as all this growth kicks in. So if it's growth, then we should take the story to the common public, right? So we've been always thinking of it, and I'm just glad. We've been calling this the pioneering IPO of FY26.
I'm going to come to the timing of that as well. But you talked about how things started and how the two of you sort of conceived this idea. Something I've just realized I've never actually asked you.
Yeah.
Ather, the name, why Ather?
What? You not asked?
I've not had this from you on camera.
What is it? Okay, cool. So
I've read about it.
Second year of college, Swapna starts working on a clean combustion engine, Stirling engine, and I join him a few months later, and he has this name in mind called Ather because it's a Greek word, stands for the purest form of air, and the idea back then was, we could build these clean combustion engines, be a clean energy company, so Ather Energy is the cleanest form of energy, and the name just stuck. It sounded right, it was short, sweet, landed well. So a few years later, when we started this battery company that metamorphosed into a vehicle company, it's still Ather Energy.
It's just meant to be.
It's just meant.
No, I remember there was a lot of confusion at the start. Ather, like people didn't know how to pronounce it.
I know, actually.
But I don't think anybody will forget now, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
But look, this thing about, why you needed to do it or why this was good for you as a company, of course, makes sense. The external environment, which everybody has been poking holes in the plan by saying, is this the right timing? Is this, geopolitics aren't at the best place, markets aren't at the best place. How much pressure was there on you to sort of take some of those inputs, but then still stay with the plan?
And actually, I'll give a lot of credit to our institutional investors. So when we were on the road, and at that point, the market, like we went on the road during this entire transition of the market kind of, tumbling down. People had so much good to talk about us. People really liked our play because Ather ticks so many of these boxes, right?
It was nice for you to hear that from other people, right?
Instead of you saying it to them. Correct. Yeah, it's a premium focus, technology focus, quality, good service, good focus on brand management, everything. So, when the markets became a little topsy-turvy a few months back, it was actually many of these anchor investors of ours today who stood up and told us, don't worry about it, right? You've got a solid growth story. You are a credible name. Go out. You will kickstart the market. So after a little bit, we actually waited out a month or two, just sort of see, get more feedback. But eventually the idea was, listen, if a company is going to break through this pause on IPOs, it might as well be you. So we took the plunge and we are very happy for it.
First big IPO of the year. And
first big IPO.
Yeah, and that's true. And and you're right. I remember this was initially thought that it'll happen before the fiscal year ends.
Yeah, we did think of it.
Yeah. But look, like I said, hats off to all of you for sort of having that conviction to see it through. What does this do for the company now? Like, where does the investment start? What do you do with this public money?
Most of the capital is going towards growth. So there are three big buckets. First is R&D. We've got a slew of things lined up ahead of us. On the vehicle side, we're developing this new low-cost platform, the EL scooter platform, and we hope to obviously launch a few products on it, but all scooters. And you can imagine that I'm hoping for them to be priced even better. And if you could pull that off under the Ather brand name, I think we can unlock some serious value. Second is the motorcycle platform, which we call the Zenith platform, which can cater from 125 to 300 cc. So a large band. So we've been a bit vague about details there, but give us some time. But yes, motorcycles are up next.
Good.
And finally, big focus again on software. Ather Stack today is one of the is hands-on the most profitable line we have. 53% EBITDA margin, 86% attach rate. So we're going to continue investing in this. That's on the R&D side. Next is capacity. So for these new platforms and incremental capacity, we are opening up a 100-acre facility in Aurangabad, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, and IPO proceeds will go towards funding that new capacity. And third is marketing. I've been very vocal. Our industry needs good, genuine marketing here because people still, I think, are discovering electric. I think we're still at a very early stage of what to expect. So as that journey goes through, I think credible brands need to invest good capital behind getting the word out. So we'll invest in all three: capacity, products, and marketing. And that's like 95% of the issue that we have raised.
All of the above, yeah. I know, and I know the background, of course, so which is why I sort of knew what you were going to say, because there is a lot of excitement around the fact that you've, I think, also kind of gone over that one hump, right, where earlier everybody got clubbed together. The minute you thought EV, two-wheeler, there was this image that formed in a lot of people's minds. Your product is very far away from what the initial product experiences people were having. I think that people have finally understood that, and I'm guessing so do you. Or at least sizable number of people have.
I think a sizable number of people have now a good experience with our products. We hope to expand that number of people. One big part of our growth is going to come from new stores. Ather had 260 stores in December, while our peers have operated at 700-800, so 3-4x more stores. And I think a lot of that market is now addressable for us because we've got this new product in Rista and more products in EL and Zenith. So as we expand this distribution 3-4x, I think marketing is going to play a central role in taking the word out. Because wherever Ather's gone deep, like look at South India, Ather is now the market leader at 25% market share. Even Gujarat, where we are focused, we've been able to draw 20% market share plus. So I think wherever we've been able to focus, consumers have responded really well. Word of mouth has tended really well. And now we want to do that across the country.
People see the value, right, I guess, in the proposition and not just the product. One last thing then, as you look ahead, and of course, inevitably will grow, and especially when these new platforms come on stream, do you finally see yourself going into that zone where now, forget about the media and forget about analysts and investors, but the public at large, they see you as a two-wheeler company and not as a company that operates in a bubble with Ola or, Vida or Chetak. Not just an EV company, but a two-wheeler company?
I actually think slightly more abstract. We believe the opportunity is to become the most desirable product brand in India, kind of what Apple pulled off in US. I think the opportunity is really there. While we are obviously building great two-wheelers, and honestly we'll be building them for many, many decades, you will also see us doing a good job with software, do a good job with the helmet. Why are we building this helmet, right? We could just say that's not our job. We're building it because we believe that there's an important part of the customer's experience, and we've got to try and crack that also. We're building charging infrastructure. Ather runs the largest fast charging infrastructure for two-wheelers. Two-wheeler companies are not infrastructure companies. They shouldn't be there. We believe that's a crucial part of your overall ecosystem experience as a consumer. So any part of the ecosystem that our consumers touch, we want to make sure we offer you an incredible experience there, and one which we can also hopefully monetize really well. So we think the opportunity is wider, but consumer. We want to build a great, very, very desirable product brand out of India for the world.
That's going to be a special memory, ringing the bell. I saw you dragging Arohi in to ring it with you.
I think they advised us, ring it loud and long, so we did that.
So that's going to be a great memory forever, right? And I know it's coming full circle in many ways, but as all of you said on stage, the journey kind of begins now in many ways also. All the best to you, to the rest of the Ather family, and can't wait to see what you have for us next. I mean, we'll always be there sort of cheering from the sidelines.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.